Hello everyone, Darcinovia here. I want to expand my comic book knowledge on my favorite team in comics, the X-Men. And instead of reading a Wolverine story, because there's fucking a billion of those out there, I wanted to expand upon the roster of the X-Men and read about another character. One of my favorite X-Men characters, and one of the ones that Bryan Singer fucked over the most, Rogue. This 12 issue series basically deals with Rogue learning more about her past. The first 6 issues deals with her learning about her family's secrets when she goes back to her hometown in Mississippi, and she learns more about her past. And the second story, she goes to Japan to learn the truth about who she was and why things happened and who her friend was during the time when she was once a member of the Brotherhood of Mutants. Now, some people may not know this, but Rogue didn't always start off as an X-Men. She was a villain at one point. Not everyone would know this because most people's knowledge of the X-Men come from Bryan Singer's X-Men films. Now, can this story be read if you have not much familiarity to the X-Men? I believe it could. I believe it explains enough about what happened prior to this comic, and this isn't one of these isolated comics where it's not going to affect later stories. I don't know what stories take place after this that involve the character, but I would like to read them. Now, how does the story stack up? I think the story is really good. The first one, the artwork is really good. The second one, I feel like the artwork is kind of all over the place in some issues. I'll just show an example of art, some good artwork in this issue. This is from the first issue of the series. This is from another issue. I don't want to give away too much about this story, but I feel like if you're a fan of this character of Rogue, but you want to learn more about her, this is a good comic series to actually read. It's also a good comic for Rogue fans because Bryan Singer does a huge disjustice to this character. And you're not likely to fully appreciate the character of Rogue if you don't read this comic series. I feel like it's really good. It really is. Even if you haven't read any X-Men comics before, it's really good. This is more from the first series. Now I'm going to show you the next 6 issues, which in my opinion are kind of a mixed bag. At least I think so anyway. Okay, the artwork is consistent. I think it's really good in this issue. This is from issue 7. Why do I show what artwork looks like in a comic? Because I feel like it's really important because it showcases the character's expressions, and when there's an action scene, if it's kind of drawn weird or it doesn't look the same as the issue before, it's kind of jarring. Like this here, Rogue doesn't look the same as she did one issue prior to this, and it is a problem because you have some scenes in the same issue that are drawn well, like this scene here, but it still doesn't look as good as the previous issue. It's not a problem if you were reading this monthly, but if you're reading this all at once, it would be really jarring. Here's another example. The art is good here, but compared to the previous issue, but then you have some more art that doesn't really look that good. Not to say that art is everything in a comic, because art does, can make a comic better. It's just, it's just nitpicky. The last 2 issues, the art is really good. I don't want to give too much away what happens at the end, but Rogue absorbs the powers of one of the X-Men characters. I'm not going to say who, because spoilers. And she comes out to change. I felt the story and the character development with Rogue was really good, and I feel like if you're a Rogue fan or you aren't a Rogue fan, you might be one after this. And I wasn't disappointed when I read this comic. I think it's a really good story, actually. And if you're tired of Bryan Singer's X-Men, you want to learn more about the members of the X-Men that Bryan Singer has no respect for, Rogue being the worst offender, in my opinion, and you want to see a Rogue that's actually an awesome character, read this. It's not that hard to find. Rogue's a really good character, and Bryan Singer really fucked her up. So this gets a good rating. It's a good story. I highly recommend it. Would I recommend it as your first X-Men? Maybe. I don't know. If you're a fan of Rogue, yes. If you're not, no. But it's a good story regardless. I would check it out. This is Star Synovia over and out. See you guys later, and have a great day.